Welcome, everybody. Fashion Victuals Radio, right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. Quarantine day number 154.
You should do it like Captain Kirk.
It's just what it is.
Captain's
Honestly, I think that's what I saw earlier. Was it earlier this week? It was Monday, actually. I saw it on CSNBC that it was like 151. So we're at 153. My bad. Day 153 of the quarantine.
I see.
As far as Maryland, though, in certain parts that we live in, we're still on lockdown, and other parts of Maryland have already opened up. But, to each his own.
Yeah. Well, again, due to the fact our governor says, what's AJ saying? Players, grab your Glocks. Oh, God. Anyway, that's AJ, folks, from Gunline, bang bang. Anyway, our governor's smart, figures like, okay, just ease on in, and then like we said last time, Montgomery County and PG County, they decided to hold off till probably the end of the month, going into maybe the second week of June. And of course, DC Mayor Marion Bowser has decided to go the second week of June as well. So it's kind of like, look, we're just keeping it safe, folks. That's all we're doing. So which is understandable. What the hell is he saying? Okay, ladies, rub it. Hello, AJ.
Anyway, AJ.
So yeah, it's going to be a lot of holding things back here and there. So, which I like I said, I think, and especially leading it. This is our season finale, so since we'll be going into Memorial Day weekend and all that stuff, so a lot of things will be happening.
Memorial weekend is not going to be like it is any other time, because normally it's barbecues and being around family, friends, day off from work, But
understandable. We had a long. This is like a long, extended Memorial Day weekend. So, yeah, I understand. But there'll be some cool things. Hopefully, I know a lot of people, smart people. Let's put it this way: a lot of smart people will be doing some things in their house, try to make it festive, kind of like they did for either Cinco de Mayo and anyone's birthdays or graduations or something like that. So we'll see.
It's going to be a Zoom memorial cookout. Somebody going to be on a grill somewhere, and everybody's just going to log in and watch them cook.
So we'll see. So, but anywho, anything else been going on with you? I kind of want to talk about this during the editorial shade.
Well, you might get it out now.
Huh?
You might as well get it out now. You need to check your text message.
Oh, I did? Oh, what's this? What's happening? What was your text? Hey, after her, oh, okay. Right after 8 o'clock. Okay. Oh, we're only on for an hour. So why don't we cut this short? And you got a busy work week or something? Or
I got a few things I need to take care of, and I got to get it out tonight. So
understandable. But mainly thing, let's say this way: I caught your Pill Talk Lounge episode with the either it was the post wrap of the Battle of the Sexes Part 1, because I saw Chester there and Chester Turner and his wife and all that stuff, and there was a lot of comments there that I kind of questioned. So, but I felt that it was a good episode. So for those of you who missed out, you should get a chance to see it on Pillow Talk Lounge on their YouTube channel. But I still feel like maybe we could save this maybe for the our season premiere in the summer, because I think you're still hungover about relationships and how men and women are having this battle going against each other on occasions and things like that.
What you mean?
Uh-oh, she froze?
I'm not frozen. Are you frozen?
I want to have to research fully. Huh?
I can hear you. You can't hear me.
Uh-oh. I can hear you. There you go. You moving? There you go. She's moving again. But no, yeah. I think that there is some, I don't know, because we had this conversation before with AJ and you and I before. I think that I have to revisit that comment to bring it in again so that way people can understand where I'm going with it. Because I think we need an intervention about this. This is more like an intervention.
I would like to know what this intervention is. Is it going to be an intervention for me?
Yeah, probably. But we like I said, we could say that for another time. But we do have Fast and Victual news, so which I think you'd be more intrigued about.
All right. Well, then we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to jump right into Fashion Victual News right here on ripradionetwork.com. Fashion Victuals Radio. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. Let's go ahead and jump right into Fashion Victual News. Brian, what do you have for us today?
Hey, Fashion Victual News brought to you by Las Vegas. What stays in Vegas stays in Vegas. Oh yeah, they're not doing that thing anymore. Anyway, several weeks ago, we mentioned that. Yes, we said several weeks ago that we mentioned that Neiman Marcus was considering filing for bankruptcy. Well, it became official on May 7th as the 112-year-old store decided to file for Chapter 11. Neiman's CEO, Gregory Van Randok, you say that German name, whatever you want, stated that the company was profiting very well before the pandemic, but had to take these measures to save itself. But unlike most companies that you've been hearing that been closing stores or whatever, it seems that Neiman's will be doing very well after this filing, because they stated that all their stores will still be operational, and with some financial restructuring, they will eliminate $4 billion of their debt. So it looks like Neiman's will be pretty much okay.
They'll still stay afloat. Just because a company is filing for bankruptcy doesn't mean that they're going to be out of the water. So
yeah, so you say that now, but let's go on the other side of that bankruptcy aisle, because JCPenney also filed Chapter 11 this past Friday. For them, JCPenney was already stores left and right, and due to the rise of the strong challenge from Amazon and e-commerce, pretty much also their sales have dropped tremendously down to $3.4 billion, and salaries have dropped more than 2/3 from their $75 million from a year ago. So that's just crazy. And so JCPenney is almost like Sears. They're done. Sadly they're done.
I mean, they were on the verge of being done before Corona.
Oh, true. That's what I said. This is sort of like putting a nail in a coffin.
JCPenney's is a very, very well-known company, just like Neiman Marcus, but JCPenney is not appealing to certain audiences anymore. They're very more old school. They tried to bring Sephora into place just to kind of save some of the business and put it in a lot of their JCPenney department stores. But I mean, Sephora has their own store as well. So do they really didn't need JCPenney to stay afloat, but it helped. But it didn't help JCPenney. So I mean,
you're helping Sephora. It's like you're going in for what you mainly need for, and really you're not helping the store itself. It's like, hey, you're just in there to be like an attendance and then just walk out. So
pretty much
you didn't really pay for the ticket. You just in there for just to take a seat.
Pretty much.
So speaking of which, in a recent report, a customer tweeted their receipt from the Kiko Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Lounge in Missouri. And as you can see, that's arrowed in there, there's a 5% COVID-19 surcharge. Kiko explained for the surcharge by stating on their Facebook page, this. We are doing this hoping we can adjust the surcharge weekly rather than just raise all of our prices. And continuing on our menu due to increased prices from our supplier on meat, poultry, seafood, and produce. So that seems logical. But the customers were completely outraged for this whole ordeal. Now, keep this in mind, which the reason for this outrage, it was also that Kiko delivers were getting harassed because of this surcharge as they're delivering your food to the people. Now, as you see here, these other two restaurants in the Missouri, in this same area as Kiko, they too are putting in COVID surcharges, pretty much for the same reason, and they're also getting the same mixed reviews on this. And some of those reviews caused some of those spots to remove the surcharge, unfortunately. And on the flip side, the surcharge has helped most of the restaurants to help with their food billing. So it's kind of like, hey, we're trying to help ourselves. At the same time, we want to, it's a lot of confusing things here. So, but what's your thought on the COVID charge?
Well, restaurants charge you for so much stuff now, you probably don't even recognize it unless you're thoroughly going through your receipt. But I do get it. I just don't think that it's something that should have been snuck in. I think that this should have been told to the customer prior to making the purchase that, oh, I'm sorry, we do have a COVID-19 surcharge now. That will be additional on your bill. I think that's so stupid, but hey.
Well, so, but let's continue on. Now, last week we mentioned that the Holland restaurant brought in a safe way to bring back the intimate dining experience with their greenhouse seating. Now, after mentioning that story, we talked about how that may or may not even work in the DC area. Well, this 3 Michelin star restaurant, the Inn at Little Washington in Virginia, has come up with a very interesting idea. Since the area is currently in a phase 1 of getting back into normality, where indoor facilities can only be holding half their capacity, the inn has decided to fill their place with mannequins to sit at some of the tables. As you can see here, some of the dolls are dressed in 1940s outfits, which kind of fits with the ambiance of the Northern Virginia eatery. Now, there are plans that the inn will be reopened May 29th, but DC is not opening until Monday, June the 8th. Some DC visitors may miss out on this unique sighting, but in the meantime, the inn is still open to residents to go to this little feature beginning this Friday called the Garden and Grounds Tour and Box Lunch, which will have 2 time slots of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And this will continually run throughout until whenever they feel like stopping it. So this will be a nice, fun thing to, one, gives the inn some money coming in before their full opening. And also, this is, again, their way of safely trying to transition. And not only the inn is doing this, there's another restaurant, I believe in Germany, there's also doing mannequins. And there's also a lot of restaurants around the world that are doing some unique ways to social distant dining to help make their patrons safe in some form of capacity.
Okay.
So have you ever been to the inn or anything? Or
it don't look like somewhere I want to go.
Well, it's a 3-star
certain restaurants that look very old. So that means that they probably haven't changed their menu a lot either.
Well, I mean, it's a rarity to have, going to a 3-star, at least Michelin star restaurant. I mean, I figured that would intrigue you. I
mean, it does intrigue me, but I'm like, what year did they get their Michelin star?
I don't know. It's probably been. I mean, they probably held it for a while. So I mean,
they really got it.
Well, if you can find the Michelin star guidebook, we'll find out when it got it. But hey, it's something to think about if anyone's visiting Virginia, Northern Virginia, that matter. But anyway, last story. So we know many people are using a delivery service to get their food since they feel unsure on getting takeout themselves. With that being said, if you have the taste for pizza, what spots would come to mind? Now you think about, of course, say maybe you're hungry for Pizza Hut. All right. Or you maybe want some of that Papa John's peppers or whatever. Or hey, if you're in the Maryland area, of course, Lido's is the king here. So why not try some
Lido's
Lido's?
don't deliver though.
True. But actually, some do now. Some do. Also, maybe think about Little Caesars. Okay, if you want to keep a budget. But how about Pasqually's? Hey, why not? You ever heard of Pasqually's, Tiara?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay. Well, you may have when you were a little kid because Pasqually's is stationed in Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing. Yes, Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment recently launched Pasqually's name after, of course, as you can tell, one of their notable friends of Chuck E.'s to create premium pizza while staying true to the CEC brand. Now, the thing is that there now 520 out of the 550 stores will be used. Pretty much, this will help their services, still stay afloat because they want to, still provide for people. So if you want some Chuck E. Cheese pizza, you'll have to look for Pasqually's wings and pizza and wings in your Grubhub search. So that way you'll know who they are.
So did it was kind of change their name because they were under the search as Chuck E. Cheese Pizza.
Right. They changed it. They changed it to Pasqually's because they want to sort of be more upscale, more premier, as they say.
It's Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. I know. That's the thing.
Because I have all three of them. I have Grubhub, DoorDash, I have Uber Eats. I've seen it within the list, but it doesn't say Pasqually's. It just says Chuck.
Well, they recently just changed it. So they feel like they want to put themselves really out there and say, hey, we're Pasqually's, so yeah.
I mean, they're trying to keep the brand afloat. I can understand that. Everybody's doing everything to keep their doors open nowadays, especially like Chuck E. Cheese is well known for like the kids going crazy for crack that they have and losing their minds and playing their games and stuff like that. So what other way to keep the door open but to serve the food that they do have? I mean, that piece is it's pretty decent, I guess.
Yeah.
But I get it. I totally get it. It was a marketing idea that probably needed to be launched in the first place. Mm-hmm. So, or either call it Pasqually's within Chuck E. Cheese instead of just having the Chuck E. Cheese sign there.
Right, true. Well, they'll probably do if after all this, they'll probably do some rebranding to changes just to put that out more, but we'll see. But that is Fast Victual News.
All right. Thank you, Brian. All right. So we are going to take another quick break, and then we have a special guest with us. I saw you talking to her earlier.
Yes.
So would you like to give everyone the taste? Introduce her before we go on the break.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this up and coming. No, she's not up and coming. She's already fine. She's already, no. She's coming in with a blaze of glory. This is Miss Arika A. She's ready and willing to be interviewed, but after this nice little brief musical break.
Fashion Victuals Radio.
Bye.
Welcome everybody back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. We're doing our model call right now with Miss Arika A.
Hi.
How's everything going under quarantine?
It's good. It's pretty boring, but it's good so far.
Awesome. So you are, where are you located right now? Are you in Cali?
No, I'm in Vegas.
Las Vegas in the building. How is Vegas right now during the quarantine?
What'd you say?
How is Vegas right now during the quarantine?
It's mad boring. At one point, they shut down all the hiking trails and stuff, so we really couldn't do like anything. Like it was, the strip is closed. It's just crazy.
Oh my God.
It's extremely boring. I mean, Vegas without the strip is insanely boring.
Wow.
So yeah.
I go to Vegas like every year. So to hear how it is right now it breaks my heart because I know how lit Vegas can be during the day and at night. To know that the strip is completely closed, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so how did you get into modeling?
Well, I used to do it when I was around 16.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm going to go move to Vegas. I'm going to just leave everything behind because I wanted to leave Detroit. So I moved to Vegas and I got turned off by modeling because there was a lot of like predators. And then I ended up going to nursing school. And then I got into a relationship that was like 12 years long. And then after I left him, I just kind of ventured back into modeling. So I've been like really modeling since January.
Okay. So you're one of our frontline workers. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, in a way. I do pediatrics, so none of my patients have gotten
Thank
COVID.
goodness.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you've been keeping healthy as well, because I know it could be dangerous right now for a lot of you all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it seems like you do look like you work out a lot. I'm sure that's part of your regimen and keeping fit and staying a model. So how is your workout regimen right now?
Right now, it's been okay. Like I usually lift really heavy weights because I'm really small, so I'm trying to get bigger. But it's been difficult trying to do that. So I've just cut out my cardio, use my resistance bands, and just eat more. But honestly, being someone who's addicted to the gym, it's been tough. Like it's been real tough.
How often were you going to the gym before the quarantine?
Every day except for Sundays.
Wow.
And then sometimes I would go 2 times a day. So
wow.
Oh,
This is really killing you right now.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so a part of your modeling career, where are some of the locations that you've modeled in so far?
Well, like I said, I just started really getting serious in January, but we had plans for me to do Miami Swim Week. I was supposed to do the audition for Wild and Out. What was it? Oh, Sports Illustrated. That was going to be my biggest one, and it all got canceled.
ouch.
Just the Sports Illustrated one really killed me because I had been preparing for it for a long time.
Wow. Oh, I feel so bad. Like this whole thing has taken a lot away from people. But what is some of the positive things that's happened since you've been under quarantine?
My daughter and I have grown a lot closer,
Oh.
and and then also I'm going through. Well, I'm divorced, and it helped me to realize that this person was just a complete waste of time, and it helped me to also discover who I am. So I'm really finding myself in the solitude and kind of just figuring out who I am and getting to know myself more, discovering my hobbies and stuff like that so I can heal before I jump into another relationship.
Understandable. That's key with a lot of people, and I think that it's a brave step to just even move further, and even getting to know yourself is a brave step even further, because once you're out of something like that, it's hard to get out of it. but you seem like you're positive, upbeat, moving forward, enjoying life.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
now, since you said you left modeling, and when you came back, did everything sort of like reclick for you, or what did it take some time to be the Arika A?
It took some time to just kind of come back because, like I said, everything kind of revolves around my relationship. My relationship, like he kind of beat me down emotionally, so I kind of had to
Hmm.
regain that confidence and regain just feeling attractive. And I'll be honest, like I don't have the highest self-esteem. I'm um still trying to be like, okay, Erica, you kind of cute. You know what I mean?
You're gorgeous.
Thank you. But I'm still trying to, piece everything together. But it does make me feel good to that I'm contacted so much.
That's
So
good. That's good. And with modeling after the quarantine, what is one of the
Yeah, I mean, because if
go ahead, Brian.
mhm. No, you go ahead.
After the quarantine, what do you think is one of the first things you're going to do within your modeling career?
I'm definitely going to go out to Miami and hit a bunch of those agencies. The one that I really want to be in is Wilhelmina. And then New
That's a
York
good
was supposed to be a destination, but with COVID, there's no way. There's no way I'm going
one.
somewhere. And the funny part is, when I was 16, I was accepted into Wilhelmina.
Wow.
Yeah, but I passed up the opportunity because my family's really strict on education, going to school, and like that's it. So they were very against me doing the modeling. So
Gotcha.
that's one regrets I always hold over my head. It's like, yes, I like they wanted me. I passed it up, and now I'm keep trying to get back in.
Gotcha. Brian, what question did you have for Erica?
Yeah, yeah. My question would be is with the modeling itself, do you feel like you're able to be very, like I said, I've seen your portfolio through your Instagram, and you probably have a bigger portfolio than that. And do you fear the fact that if you go to Miami, you'll be just stuck as being a bikini model or a fitness model? Because I see your elaborate chain of various pictures of being not just being the bikini, but in some normal conservative wear. So do you feel like I wouldn't say afraid, but just having the hopefully as someone calls in. Thank you, Tiara. During a serious interview.
I'm so sorry.
Do you feel like you may have to break some walls to say, hey, I'm more than just a bikini model, I'm more than just TNA? Do you feel like you have to do that?
I'm not sure because my thing is lingerie, swimsuit, and partial nudity. I
Okay.
mean, that's kind of my thing. Is I'm one of those people that can be naked in front of everyone, a whole crowd. I mean, I'm extremely comfortable with my body, so
Okay.
I actually feel more awkward when I have clothes on.
Oh, so the
I,
opposite.
yeah. I'm more awkward when I have clothes on. I've always been that way. But yeah, like I'm open to doing stuff like that, but I've never been like someone that's into like high fashion. I've always been that person that wanted to like Sports Illustrated or Victoria's Secret or something like that, but nothing super nothing like Playboy or nothing like that. Just the type of stuff that I love Naomi Campbell, like stuff like the things that she does, but more like swimwear, lingerie. That's what I'm more comfortable in than just full on like the high fashion.
Okay, understandable. Okay, because normally I think in this industry, a lot of people with modeling, they always want to just be in the high fashion but they never think of like just swimwear lingerie. You know, they feel like it's like for some odd reason I don't know, maybe Tara, maybe you can second on this, is they feel like they degrade that as like that's beneath them.
I wouldn't say they think it's beneath them. I don't think that they broaden their scope. And I say that because I've seen a lot of women who do want to do this high fashion runway model profession, but they don't look at the other side of the modeling gig where it's like doing makeup covers or doing bikinis or doing lingerie and doing magazines that are geared towards fitness and health. Like, I don't think that they just broaden their scope. They just see fashion and they think that, oh, this is what I want to be, a model for fashion. They just don't look at other avenues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for high fashion and stuff like that, you have to be pretty petite, and then you have to meet the height requirements. And there's absolutely no way that I want to be skinny. Like, I don't want to be skinny. Like, I got some big thighs, and I want to keep my thighs, you know, and I want to keep my build and, you know, all that. So, but yeah, I've never really wanted the whole like high fashion thing. I've always loved Victoria's Secret and Sports Illustrated. Like, since I was 14, like, always loved it.
Is there a particular model maybe in Sports Illustrated that sort of piqued your interest to say, I want to be like that?
Well, of course, Tyra Banks.
Yes.
Yeah, Tyra Banks. But the one model that I think is just the most beautiful woman in the world is Naomi Campbell.
The two rivals.
Yeah.
You had to pick the two. You say, hey, Tyra brought me in the Sports Illustrated, but I want to be Naomi. So it was like, okay.
Yeah.
So, Al, I know that you mentioned the fact that you did nursing and you're working nurse, and especially one, we want to say thank you for your service because this crazy time is insane. How were you able to handle that balance of being a model and being a nurse?
Well, I usually just work nursing at night, and then during the day I'll do photo shoots and stuff. But it's been difficult because I'm usually tired when I go to photo shoots because I work doubles. Wow. And then now that COVID's happening, we're getting a whole lot of extra hours and stuff offered to us, and a whole lot of there's a huge need, but I can't. I just can't do it anymore. But it is really, really tiring. And then trying to balance the time with my daughter. But I just bring my daughter to the photo shoots, and sometimes she does behind the scenes, and the photographers will pay her to record or be like their assistant. So it's like she's working too.
Hey, bring that double income.
Or at least you're able to juggle it all, you know, especially during a time like this. I know that your career in nursing is more demanding right now. So hats off to you again, because I don't know how you're able to do this. And thank you so much for being on the front line with a lot of people putting your life in danger right now. But I mean, you're doing it, so thank you.
Yes. So now, speaking of your daughter, we had this conversation behind the scenes, but we want to put it out there. You know, you mentioned the fact like you don't want your daughter into modeling, and I'm kind of still curious about why.
Just because when I first started modeling, the reason why I got out of it when I was a teen was because there were a lot of predators, a lot of people who prey on your passion. They'll try to get you to do anything. And I went through pure hell when I first moved to Vegas with the whole modeling thing. And it got to the point where it turned me off, and I would hate for my daughter to have to go through any of that. plus there's a sense of vanity that comes with it as well. And then on top of that, our family is really strong on education. And my uncle did modeling. He was, like I said before, he was right behind Beyonce on the Grammys for the Dangerously in Love performance. And he's done some really big campaigns. And then there's me. But then, and then on top of that, she really has no interest in modeling. She has her own mind and she wants to be an oceanographer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's out there.
Yeah.
That's really good. So,
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you could tell people who are starting in modeling as to following their passion?
What did you say?
What are some of the things that you could tell people out here right now who are starting to model? What can they do to drive their passion?
I would say to just aim big. Like, don't settle for less. For me, like, I don't do small magazines. I don't do small shows. I don't do anything that's small just to be able to say I did it. I try to aim and I try to aim high and break some barriers. But in all honesty, for these young women that want to get into modeling, the number one thing I think is they should always have a backup plan. Because when you have a backup plan, if you have that education, if you have that career that's bulletproof, that if modeling doesn't work out, you can fall back on, then you're less likely to do things that will degrade you to get, to the top or wherever you want to go.
Good advice.
Yeah, beauty and brains. I mean, what's wrong with that combination? I mean, I think maybe sadly in this industry, I think, like you said, I wouldn't say just predators, but they always go after young, minded people because because the attraction, they always see the end product, and they really, by the time that they get into it, they're so knee deep into it and the flow of everything, really they don't really be their own person. They're still this shell of a person, and they're just being put together by other people. But with someone like yourself, and I feel like if you have your own mindset, mind you, I think a lot of people in this industry are afraid of that, because you have your own vision of how, I mean, you mentioned the fact that you have your own vision of how you want your shoot to go. You have your own vision of how you want your look to be. And normally when it comes to being in this industry, it's always whoever has, hey, wear these clothes, take this picture, and that's it. Don't say nothing. But I think you and a lot of other people now are growing to the fact to say, hey, I want this look. I want to look like this. I want this background. I want this, and this. So I think you're having a voice in addition to the look and the mindset. It's really becoming of a lot of models, which includes yourself.
Yeah, it's very important to be able to speak up for yourself right from the jump. If they contact you and they want to do something like, trashy, or, does not tasteful, you have to speak up and be like, no, you gotta, or if they're at the shoot and they're making you uncomfortable, you gotta speak up for yourself, because it just makes life easier when you're forward with people, when you stand up for yourself. And I mean, that's just so important.
So, Terry, got something?
Actually, I wanted her to give her information so that people can find her.
Well, now I only have my Instagram. It's Arika _ and then A and then underscore. And then I'll eventually have to build a website.
So I think by the time you'll have once the more and more bigger things coming for you, you'll have a team together and they'll build you your website and things like that. So like I said, your portfolio is increasingly, amazingly. So it's like every shoot everything I see is looking very beautiful, and mind you, I'm being like a normal dude. Yeah, she's hot, man. So, but the thing is I think the one thing I also like what you put out there is I can see the confidence, because you have, mind you, your look, but I can sense the within your facial structure, and way you look at the camera and stuff, like, oh, she blacked out. Oh, Arika, come back. Oh, I think your battery died. Oh,
Arika,
let's pop her out.
Oh no.
Well, we'll hold off on that.
Well, I'm glad we were able to at least get her information up. Did she come back?
Yeah, well, once she comes back, let me see. Arika, we hear you? Uh-oh. Pop out and come right back quickly if you can. So we'll take her off for a second. But so you said you got some work to do?
I do have some things I need to take care of.
So,
but I want to at least wrap up.
Well, I can finish off with her when she comes back. So if she comes back. So let me see if she comes back. Hey, Arika? Uh-oh.
Oh. Not this.
Okay. We lost her. No.
All right, everyone. You can find Arika at Arika_A_ on Instagram. She said, that is her social media platform at this time, and she's working on her website.
Oh. Maybe she comes back. Maybe she's back. Hello, Arika? Nope, I saw something. Hello? Nah. Damn, these technical difficulties. Mind you, just like I'm just frustrated.
I had them last week, so I understand.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
But yes, got a couple minutes left. Just wanted to remind everybody, make sure you tune into Pillow Talk Lounge tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for part 2 of Battle of the Sexes.
That would be interesting.
That is definitely going to be interesting. If you all missed part 1 plus the post-op of part 1, please go check it out on YouTube so that you can catch up before you see part 2. Also, check out my new YouTube channel called Victuals and Spirits. I just posted out one of the new dishes that I created, which is a Korean dish called sundabu. So check that out. There's a couple other things in the works that I have going on too, along with Fashion Victuals Radio.
Okay, true. You're a busy woman too. So let's see. Arika, Arika, you still there?
I don't know. It seems like we lost connection.
We still hear you.
Okay.
So
we can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate.
Let me see. I don't know how to fix it.
Hit the cam. It should say stop cam or cam.
Let me see.
Oh, that's the. Yeah, I think it's something with your phone. So, But anywho, while we do this, Tiara, you need to go. I will talk with Arika for a little bit longer. So, because I have some little shade, but it's in relation with Arika. So I think we can work this out. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But you do your work, and we'll work some technical difficulties after the break.
Arika, thank you so much for joining us today. You'll continue on with Brian. I got a couple things I need to take care of. So everybody stay safe during the Memorial weekend. Make sure that you keep your 6 feet of distance. I know that right now we are in a rough time and we can't go to our barbecues and our cookouts at this time, but please believe we're going to be back to normal one day again. So please stay safe. I was just told that somebody that I know for a very long time has just tested positive for COVID-19. So please stay safe. Yeah.
All right.
Take a break. I'll see you all after our, this is the season finale.
Yeah, you'll be back June 10th.
June 10th. I'll see everybody on June 10th.
But I'll be back after this musical break. See you soon.
bitch everywhere. We be getting money everywhere, yeah. They don't even know, they be throwing shade everywhere.
All right, we're back. This is the editorial shade. Like I said, Tiara said before, she had to step out. She's a busy woman during this COVID-19 situation. So, but we still have Miss Arika with us. I want to ask you. Mind you, I mentioned the fact about editorial shade, meaning something where you want to feel like you need to vent out. My thing is, how do you feel of your career right now during this COVID situation, your modeling career in particular? Because I see that you're still working, but has the work been constant for you since this time?
Yeah, it's still been constant. Yeah, it's definitely constant. I'm actually behind, so it's been
Oh,
constant. It's been pretty good.
behind. So
Yeah.
how do you describe being behind?
There's a lot of people that want to book me, but I have no availability. So I'll limit it to like 2 shoots per week, but then I'll try to shoot with my main photographer that I submit the photos for like the magazines and stuff. And then there'll be other photographers that want to work with me, or clothing stores, or boutiques and stuff. I'm working with a couple clothing stores in town, like Town Square, and then there's there's other like swimsuit companies and stuff that I have to shoot for. There's a athletic brand. There's a couple what's it called, supplement brands that I have to. So,
so do you feel? Let's say this now. The main thing I'm asking is time, and I feel like when things become supposedly normal, there's going to be probably a stack load of stuff in a lot of people's inboxes, and especially I'm not talking to those who are working from home. These are the ones who are not, pretty much are trying to are unable to work from home in a sense. And it's speaking like yourself, you're probably over, pretty much booked till the end of the year, so to speak. I feel like time has always been, it's been a lot of people's enemies. And I think that, is someone in your particular case, are you able to space this out for yourself when things get quote unquote normal?
I'll I try to. I don't know how I do it, but I try. Like, there'll be days where I go without sleep. So I just try to do as much as I can. And I don't know, like, to me, sleep is a luxury for me. Because I literally don't sleep. Like I do, especially when I do doubles, it's crazy. And then I'll go to like a shoot, and then like I'll have to spend time with my daughter, and then I'm homeschooling on top of that. So sleep is kind of a luxury, and I've gotten pretty used to not sleeping, to the point where even when I can be home at least one night a week and actually sleep in my bed, I'll stay awake and just hang out and be on Instagram.
Yeah, because I mean, I see your posts, and it's like, is she still up? I mean, it's just like, it should be like 3 a.m. And my job, like I said, we're here in the East Coast, so I'm up at 8, and I see like, oh, she posts something, and it says 5 minutes ago, and it's like, damn, like, you don't sleep. I mean, so I feel like, I mean, mind you, with this situation, I think in your case, being a nurse is all. I mean, what's the struggles of just dealing with, like you said, sleep? I mean, just dealing with the sense of trying to not be over anxious about certain things.
You mean what are my struggles? What do you mean?
Yeah. What's your? I mean, what? I mean, besides, I think, let's say this, compared to before COVID, how was the life before that? How were you able to structure your timing that way?
Oh, it was way busy. Like, that was Definitely no sleep because I would work all night and then sometimes I have to take my daughter to school, like if her dad didn't take her to school. And
Mm.
then I would shoot during the day, like during school hours, but then I'd have to rush back. And I live far from everybody. I live like in it's called Henderson, but it's like deep Henderson,
Oh,
like at the
I know the neighborhood.
very
Yeah.
so I live so far away, so I have to rush all the way back, pick her up from school, help her with her homework. And then by the time all of that is over, I have to get ready for work. But I do
Mm.
try to just do everything I can, and then I try to get cat naps whenever I can, maybe at like an hour or two. But at most, I usually only sleep like 3 or 4 hours a day. So
Damn.
yeah, and my
And
body's gotten so used to it that
mhm.
it's
Is it
crazy.
is it do you is your body, based off of you do the fact of your your training regimen and things like that, has that been helpful for you to keep your stamina up and stuff like that in situations like this?
I think it does because after the gym, I feel really energized. I feel like I have a lot more energy and I feel like I'm ready to take on the day, especially if I go right after I get off of work.
Hmm.
I definitely feel like it's almost like a jolt of coffee or something. Like
Right.
and I feel happier and I feel better.
Hmm.
So,
So for the people out there, who, mind you, I'm surprised that I've been during this time frame, I've been getting back to working out. I mean, I was like slowly getting there, but now it's been like I've been doing like at least 3 times a week, go for walks, of course. And but I do have my mini gym and things like that. uh what what do you feel like people should do who are still sort of like lounging around and all that stuff and ordering from Grubhub and things like that? Where you feel like people should try to motivate themselves to get back to not only to feeling physically fit, but also because I think this is also a mental thing, because I think this
mhm.
helps me mentally as well.
Yeah, I think to at least start slow, at least do 3 times a week. Um, Try to do like an hour of cardio, whether that be just walking, roller skating. I like to roller skate for my
Mhm.
cardio, but it could be anything that gets your heart rate up. So you could be watching TV and do jumping jacks or, I mean, push-ups, anything like that, and just start slow because if you just nose dive into it, then it gets too hard, you get too discouraged, and it's painful when you just jump into it. Same as dieting. People have all these crazy diets, but it's really not that difficult. Like
Mhm.
to diet, you don't have to eat freaking vegetables and salads all day, all night, especially if somebody's trying to look like me or something. Like I don't eat salads all day, all night.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a wino. I drink wine. I drink wine every single day. I
Mhm.
drink a little bit of orange juice, and I eat a lot of steak, a lot of chicken, and
Okay.
I have my cheat days. But it's all about your calorie deficits and stuff like that. So I would say
Mhm.
just go into it real slow, and then you progress, and it gets easier and easier. You just have to stick with it, and you progress.
Mhm. Is now with the whole 45 and his quote unquote philosophy of how to fix this all this the situation we're in. Um, a lot of people are taking in pills that are unwarranted, but do you feel like, because I've also been seeing the fact of healthier eating in addition to the workout, is that beneficial to help fight this situation?
Yeah, the number one thing I learned when I was learning about disease processes in nursing school is the best measure to take is exercise
Mhm.
and cardio. For some reason, when we were learning about all these diseases, we learned about the cures and how to get better, and it was always this medication, this medication. and cardio or, daily exercise. So I think honestly, since COVID is pretty much it affects the lungs, my belief is that if you strengthen your lungs by doing cardio or anything like that, then to me, just putting everything together, I feel like that would help you be able to battle it, even though it is a virus and it attacks. I mean, it attacks your lungs, and it's pneumonia that gets people. But I think a really important measure would be to strengthen your lungs by doing cardio and having a strong heart, and being able to I can't think.
No, I think we all get it. I mean, pretty much it's a simple fact of, just like I said, I've seen a lot of, not just, a lot of fitness posts, mind you, everyone sees a fitness post and it just keeps scrolling. But I think there's some ideas that you can take from that and try to work it in this current time, because I think a lot of people are, for some odd reason, I mean, you probably see it in your grocery stores. I go to grocery stores and I'm seeing everything in the produce section still full. And you go in the middle aisles and it's all the junk food and all that stuff, and they're half gone and all that stuff. I'm like, is there something wrong with this picture?
Yeah. Healthy eating is definitely important. I mean, and vitamins. Vitamins is very important. Drinking your water is important. But in this day and age, your lungs you need to have some real strong lungs, because COVID attacks the lungs. I mean, you die from pneumonia, and I've seen people die from pneumonia. I've seen people die from the respiratory illnesses, and it is the most. I think it's maybe the third worst way to die, because you're literally there. The people I've seen pass from it, I mean, it looks like they're drowning, like they're just, and it could be for hours, where they're drowning, like in the fluid, from the fluid buildup in their lungs, and it's absolutely horrible. It's another reason why I won't work with COVID. It's a real serious thing, real intense.
Right. Understandable. Well, I know you'll be probably working later on again, but I want to ask another question about back to your modeling. I know there's some big things happening for you. What are some of the things that are people going to look forward to that you'll be doing?
Well, before everything was canceled, I was supposed to do my Sports Illustrated audition. But now we're at the point where we're just kind of waiting to see, will they do a new date for Miami Swim Week, or, but for now, I've been published in 2 major magazines, and sorry, my dogs are like.
See, your dog is rolling around.
Yeah. And we're waiting for we're waiting for the hard copy of one of the other magazines to come out, and it takes 9 weeks, and we had to do a bunch of paperwork. So I'm excited for that. And then we're just since we're stuck inside and we're nothing's really going on in the fashion world, we're just kind of doing the magazine thing to just get my name out there. And then we're going to come out with some merchandise, and then I'm also going to work on my fitness channel, because I want to really show people how easy it is to just get in shape and look good.
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't want to hold you up any longer, because I know your little doggy needs some playtime. But again, let people know where people can find you.
They can find me at Arika A, Arika_A_underscore on Instagram. And then I'll eventually get maybe a website or something, but for now, that's where I'm the most active on.
Mm-hmm. So again, I think, like I said, I think you're beautiful inside and out. I mean,
Thank you.
like I said, beauty and brains is amazing combination, and I think the industry really needs to take full advantage of that because for some odd reason, with and especially someone who's, I wouldn't say just new. Usually, the new people is something you know you got to follow things. But I think you've been in the game long enough to know what you want and how you want it. So I commend you. And like I said, I thank you for your service, being a nurse during this crazy time. I wish you and your family to stay safe, and hope to talk with you again.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Fast Victuals again. Thank you for Miss Arika A here, and Tiara and I will be back June 10th. That's right. Hopefully, either in the studios or here on our live stream. So we'll see what happens here in Maryland because things change around here. But anyway, thank you again, Arika, and thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.